Welcome to my fascia room. In this video, we are going to talk about fascia because fascia might be that one thing that is getting in the way of you experiencing a pain-free life. We don't pay enough attention to fascia, and yet it is an intricate web that wraps every single tissue, organ, nerve in your body, and it plays a very key role in how you feel in your body. So this is my fascia room. This is where I work on my fascia. I've been a massage therapist since 1990. And back then, it was all about doing hard elbow work and just finding those knots and breaking up those knots. People got a lot of relief, but I noticed they kept coming back with very similar aches and pains. They get a relief for until their next appointment. Now, I thought they were knots in muscles and they were just toxins. Well, we were right and we were also wrong. There's definitely a buildup there, a tightness, tissue that's tight, but it's actually the fascia. And I didn't know that back then. So fascia is this interconnected web around every single tissue, organ, muscle, nerve, and it inside has a microtubule. And in that microtubule holds a liquid. It's a gelatinous liquid that we want it to be fluid. Now this liquid, this fascia it's a lot more than just a structure. It is electrical. It determines how you adapt in space. It holds motions. It plays such a key role. It determines how hydrated you are, how well you move, and if you're feeling aches and pains or not. That's what fascia does. And it does so many more things. I mean, we're just discovering more and more of what fascia does because we used to think it was just, like an encasing. Oh, no. It is so very important. But more importantly is how can you get relief? Okay, so fascia responds to a few things. It responds to pressure, heat, hydration, safety, and minerals because it's electrical. So it wants to have enough minerals because minerals are electrical. That's how you keep that electrical current going. And then it responds to pressure. That's why the massage therapy worked so well. When you find that tender spot and you just hold, eventually that gelatinous liquid just softens underneath the pressure and you get relief from that pain. So heat, pressure, minerals, hydration. We need to stay hydrated because that fascia is full of water, liquid, and it needs to be really clean water. Ideally you want structured water. You want really good water and keep those joints limber and keep the fascia flowing. So it's heat, hydration, minerals, pressure, and safety. This is the one people don't think about because we don't realize that the fascia, it's a safety mechanism. When you don't feel safe, if stress is in your life, the fascia gets stiff and rigid, like you're bracing, like you're ready for a fight. Inside your fascia, your body is bracing, and that's stiff. So if you are going to all the massages and you're soaking in the hot tub or soaking in the sauna, or you're trying to work on your fascia, but you're still ruminating on fear, ruminating on something that happened or being offended, then the body doesn't feel safe. You don't feel safe in your world. You don't feel safe in your mind. And the fascia is going to respond to real safety or what you're saying in your mind, and it will become rigid. It's so important that we train our body that you are safe, that it is okay. Even if things are stressful, even if things are chaotic, you're going to be okay. So when we start really telling our fascia that, then your body will start to respond. And that's why it's so good to get outside into nature, because that will tell your fascia, I'm safe, I'm connected with nature. So what can you do about it? Well, you can certainly go to a massage therapist, especially one who understands fascia. They know how to find the fascia points. But for you at home, what can you do? So my recommendation, get a tennis ball. So you want to get a tennis ball and focus on your feet, and then your calves, and then your shins. And just hang out there for a few weeks working on those areas. And when those start loosening up and you can tell that they are freer, then you can start working up the legs, on the sides and the glutes. And just hang out in the lower body before you start going into the upper body. Because this fascia, because it's a connected web, the fascia at the bottom of your feet is connected to the fascia in the back of your neck, around your head, and everywhere. It's all interconnected. But because the feet is so concentrated, it's like it's where it all meets, it's the best place to start to get relief. Because when you start getting relief on your feet and on your lower legs, it will have a trickle effect and give you relief in other parts of your body. So for example, if you start getting relief on the left foot and the left leg, you'll start getting relief on the right side of your body because the line will run across on the right side. So the best way to do it is just to start working on both feet. And the way to do that is, imagine this is the foot. You're going to go on the tennis ball to start warming up the foot with not too much pressure, maybe just letting it know in here, warming up the tissue, because your fascia wants to know, is this safe or is it going to hurt? You want to just remind your body you're safe and then find a tender spot and you'll know. And when you find that tender spot on your foot, you want to just apply some pressure. Don't roll around, just apply pressure and hold. Hold for about a minute and a half, so you can allow the liquid within the fascia to release, to just relax. And you just hang out there, go to another spot, sit there for a minute and a half, and let the fascia feel safe and release. And then you want to obviously do it. I'm imagining this is I'm just going to show you. So you're just going to apply pressure, hold. You're just going to hold pressure there. And then when you're working on your shins, you're just going to place the tennis ball. You just place the tennis ball under the shin and just find the tender spot and hold. Just find the tender spot and hold. Same thing with your calf. Find the tender spot and hold. And when you start working on the fascia of your feet, you will start getting relief in other parts of your body. Everything that we do here at Spa Life TV is about teaching you how to hydrate, nourish, and make your fascia limber so that it can respond well for you in life and you can be pain-free. It's amazing. And then we always talk about the gut. These are the most important areas. The gut, the fascia, the nervous system. When you focus on those three areas, the rest of your life goes so smooth.